Let's smash the face of YouTube algorithm, let's monetize in less than a month and start making lots of money from ad revenue. And you know what? It might as well happen. But one thing you have to accept and understand is the main responsibility always gonna lie on you. You are the one who have to provide great quality content for your audience. So once you have done that and you are providing the best content you can possibly can, here are the things that you need to know about YouTube algorithm and how to beat it. Tip number 1, and it took me some while to understand that, is not to focusing and not making videos purely for YouTube algorithm. Yes, YouTube is a search engine platform. Yes, people come there to search for information, for entertainment, and for lots of other stuff. However, when you are focusing on making your videos purely for YouTube algorithm, and by that I mean working hard on your tags and your SEO optimization for your videos, you are lacking this human-based touch on your videos. And what happens is that YouTube algorithm will suggest videos for people, and YouTube algorithm will give your video initial impression. But it comes down whether these people who have seen your video, whether that's on search or browse or on suggest, will actually click on it and whether they will actually watch it. So when it comes to creating your videos, you only think about algorithm as a part of your video that will now have some keywords, and algorithm will understand who is the right audience for your videos. You also have to think about people, about real human who will load YouTube and see your video on their homepage, whether they will actually click on it. That's why you need to work on your titles and on your thumbnails. So I have done another video about video thumbnails, how you can improve your click-through rate, because it's so essential for you to succeeding and actually beating the algorithm by working towards the people expectations rather than just feeding keywords into the algorithm for it to recognize what your content is about. And the same applies for video editing. If your video have poor retention, it doesn't matter how much keywords you have included in your video tags and descriptions and titles. If people won't stay to watch your video, algorithm won't push it more. Okay, so don't get me wrong, you still need to work on the search and you potentially will get some traffic from search, but my experience with several YouTube channels I'm running, the traffic that comes from search is less than a half. So if you are not focusing and working on getting traffic from the homepage, from the browse, and from suggested videos, you will not really be growing or succeeding as much as you could. Well, you could implement these strategies to improve your video editing and improve your thumbnails to get these clicks and for algorithm to push your video more. Because when it comes down to it, your video, yes, it gets recognized by algorithm and it gets pushed by algorithm and you get these impressions, but it comes down to the people who will actually click on it and then watch your videos. And again, YouTube algorithm main job is to keep you as long as possible on YouTube. So if your video gets impressions and there is no clicks and there is very low retention rate, people just click out of your video, then your video will not get pushed more and will not continuously get suggested to wider audience. That's why you need to bear in mind when you're working on your videos, you're not making them purely for algorithm. Tip number 2 is to let YouTube algorithm that you are serious, that you have done one video and there is more to come. So when you launch your YouTube channel, I would suggest you to launch it with a couple of videos right away. So there is this content that you have provided. Don't just upload one video and then wait for 3 weeks. What will gonna happen? Most likely nothing will gonna happen, because YouTube algorithm will just not gonna recognize your channel as something that will gonna constantly provide new content to the audience. So if you only put one video and wait for magic to happen, I'm afraid it won't happen. But from another side, again, once you just get started, don't schedule and upload too many videos and just see what's gonna happen. Because if once you have start putting your first videos, you will have access to your YouTube studio, to your analytics, and then you can make database decisions and you will see what is working for your particular channel, because not always that something's gonna work for one channel will gonna also work for you. So that's why you always need to start uploading your videos and keep in mind the analytics and data you see there, and then make decisions, database decisions about your upcoming videos, what you will be making next. Now tip number 3 is for you to understand that YouTube algorithm have actually split into the two parts for the YouTube Shorts and YouTube long-term content. So if you have a channel where you post both long-term content and shorts, and your shorts performing extremely well, and you don't just understand why it doesn't translate to your long-term content, that's simply because the algorithm have been split into two. So YouTube get very good with understanding how the audience watch the long-term content and then suggest them another long-term content until the shorts came along. And then when people watch the shorts, it doesn't mean that they will never watch long-term form content, but algorithm couldn't really put all these things together to make the right suggestions. Okay, so if you are doing shorts and long-term content, don't compare these metrics together. Okay, so don't make decisions for your long-term content based on the metric that you see on your short. And whether you would have to be doing another channel separately for the shorts or not, if you want me to go more into the YouTube shorts, let me know down below in the comments. Now, tip number 4 is also very important, and that's not to confuse algorithm. And what I mean by that is don't do some silly mistakes like doing a sub for sub, meaning that telling somebody, I will subscribe for your channel if you subscribe for mine. Yes, it will give you one extra subscriber, but it won't give you any good in the long term run. Similarly applies when you hear advice when somebody says you have started new YouTube channel, just ask your friends and family, watch your videos, subscribe, give you these watch hours, give you initial, subscriber count, and so on. It's not beneficial in the long run, because maybe your cousin only watch gaming videos on YouTube, but you are doing videos about how to make money with Google sites. Okay, so yes, he will watch one of your videos, he will subscribe, but then YouTube will think, okay, so this is gaming related content if that person who's watching a lot of gaming videos now started watching this one. So okay, algorithm can suggest this for another game, but you see where I'm going with this. It's just confusing. So unless you know that there is a person who might be particularly interested in the type of content you are providing, and then you say, hey, would you like to check out my videos? Okay, maybe, but don't just go bulk and promote your YouTube channel, your videos to the wrong audience that will not gonna watch that. Because once somebody subscribes to your video and they never come back and watch your videos, it's again confusing, meaning that you are providing not really good value for your subscribers in the eyes of YouTube algorithm. And now another common mistake I see a lot of new channels are doing is by purchasing some organic growth services from freelancing platforms. Although these services seem very tempting, you can actually invest only a couple of tens or hundreds of dollars, and they promise you, massive organic growth of your YouTube channel. The only organic growth you can get on YouTube is by posting your videos and let YouTube to grow your channel. That's the only organic growth. So if you buy any sort of services, it will never be organic, and it will affect your channel negatively in the long term run. Even if you see some initial push and you get lots of views and you get lots of subscribers, in the long term run it will only confuse the subscribers. So only organic growth you can do is just by posting content for your audience on YouTube without promoting it anywhere else. So once you switch your mindset by trying to beat the algorithm by working towards the algorithm and more focusing on people, you will see more growth of your YouTube channel. And then you will also understand how massively important are your thumbnails. Now, to increase your video thumbnails click-through rate, watch this video as a next one, and I will see you there.